Awesome. All right. So let's jump right in. I'm going to start with, I'm doing this. I'm like Kirsty or Madison. And we're going to start with you first, Kirsty, because your mom, both your moms are on the other side, aren't they? Like they're both like mother energies jumping up and down. Something really exciting is going on with you guys right now. I can't wait to see what this is. I do remember that you guys, like I said before I started recording, that you guys were opening a yoga studio or meditation studio or something like that. And I think that has something to do with your message before we start, because I saw that in my meditation this morning. But before I connect to you, hon, do you have a focus or you just want me to leave it open?
For me,
Yes.
I would say any messages about career, about love, and just about like general life purpose and the messages she's been trying to send me. Because I know she's trying to talk to me, but I'm like, I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say. Like, what do these numbers mean? What does this mean? So just career, love, general life purpose, and the messaging.
And I love that you clarified that, because Nikita, it's kind of the same thing she said in the beginning. She's a lot going on. And why am I here? Because spirit breadcrumbs you here in the right place at the right moment at the right time. Interesting. Okay, let's do this, because she's awfully excited about something. All right, both feet flat on the floor. Close your eyes and then take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Okay. Your mom is kind of funny. Okay, so here we go. The energy is a little different once I've read for you a number of times. They don't tell me how they died. It becomes about the validations, like what you just asked for, not about how I died and all those other kinds of, it's a different kind of message. You understand what I'm trying to say? Because as
For
she's
sure.
going through here, right away, what I felt was like, thank goodness, finally, you got to tell her exactly what I'm trying to say. Because you're right, she's been trying to communicate with you, but she's frustrated that you're not understanding the numbers. That you've been seeing a lot
Yeah.
of repeating numbers, right? Over and over and over and over again.
Yes.
What's funny is, did you hear? So sometimes the dead are communicating with me, and I don't even know who's talking to me. They just are all talking to me at the same time. And it wasn't very long ago that I just did a video and put out what all the numbers mean. Did you see that video?
I didn't. I'll go back to it, but in my last reading, you went through every single number
I'm
and told me
telling
what
you.
they meant.
This is why,
Yes.
as she comes through to me, she's like, I'm so frustrated. I've told you to tell her what those numbers were. She should know what the numbers mean. It's like, if you understand that every letter has a sound behind that, and you understand the sounds behind the letters, then you can put the letters together to form words, and put the words together to form sentences, and put the sentences together to form messages. Now, the numbers are
Right.
the same thing, but if you don't learn the numbers, then you don't understand the communication. And she's expecting you to like, keep up, girl. You should know these numbers by now. I'm seeing
Okay.
ones and threes, ones and threes. What are you seeing? And fives.
One, twos, ones, twos, threes, fives.
Got it. Do you want to know what they mean?
Yes, please.
So, first and foremost, before you even figure out what the meaning behind the number is, you've got to look at, what am I doing right now when I receive the number, the repeating number. Let's say you receive repeating ones. You have, before you even figure out, decipher what the ones mean, you have to think about, where are you? What are you thinking about? And what's going on in your life right now? Ones mean to pay attention to your thought, because what you are thinking today is going to manifest tomorrow. Sometimes we get into a case of stinky thinky, what I call stinky thinky. We're running around thinking about what's not working, what is stuck, what is frustrating. And so then they'll start showing you ones. It's like, hey, pay attention to your thought, because if you keep thinking that way, it's going to turn out that way. Sometimes when you're trying, and she's making me feel like you're trying to make a choice moving forward. And so you're seeing ones because you're restricting yourself in your choice. You're thinking, I can't do
Mm,
this because of these obstacles, and I can't do that because of these obstacles. You're making your choices and decisions based on past instead of choosing your thoughts to create a new future.
okay.
Twos. Twos mean that something that you have previously been asking for or manifesting is in your present right now. It means pay attention. That's what I'm saying. You have to pay attention to what's going on right now. So if you have been asking mom, you know what, I need help with, like, just say a bank loan. I'm not sure why I'm getting a loan, but say you've been asking for a loan and you start seeing twos, that means that today's the day. And like, look for it today. The answer is here, now, today, tomorrow. It's in your present. It's right now. You
Okay.
understand? Threes
I do.
mean, threes are, I want you to think about when you start seeing threes like pregnancy. Means it's on its way, it's just not time to be delivered yet. It means that it's in
Okay.
gestation, it's being aligned, it's just not ready yet. But when it's ready, it will be
Okay.
served to you. Fives, my girl, always take note of fives because that means change. Fives always mean
Okay.
change. So whenever you see fives, it is the universe responding to you, either saying, relax, change is coming, or, well, change is necessary. This is why, again, you have to pay attention to what you are thinking or where you are when you're receiving the number. Because if you're in a very stressful situation and you're thinking it's never going to change and you start seeing fives, it's like, relax, it's all going to be okay. If you're sitting there thinking, how do I get from here to there? And you see fives, it means you have to do things differently today. Change what you're doing now. You see what I'm saying? The numbers are a direct response to what you are asking and where you are right now.
Okay.
Slow that down, mom. Your mom liked to talk, hey? She's showing me how close that you guys were, and being out of touch is frustrating for her because she loves to give you advice. And I feel like your dad is not telling you what to do, and she's wishing that he would tell you what to do more. Do you understand that?
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay, slow this down, but they're celebrating. It feels like you've closed some old doors, and you have to understand that you can't go through new doors until you fully close those old doors. And so there's a building of the new, but you can't go in two directions at the same time. So she says you've been back and forth between building of the new and healing the old. Does that make sense?
I think so. Yeah.
That's for love, she said. Moving on to love. So the first part was for your job. All those numbers are coming in around job and career and stuff like that. It's all coming in
Okay.
around that. Now, as far as love goes,
Okay.
she said you can't go back and forth in two directions at the same time. You can heal and you can heal and make peace with what has happened in the past, or you can be excited for what's coming up in the future. But you can't be excited for the future and carrying around the baggage from the past as well. Because it's almost like, yeah, did he cheat, hun? Because I feel betrayal, like big time betrayal.
Well, the funny thing is, you said, okay, so I don't know. I don't know if I want to know this. Actually, no, I do. I do. He did betray me in the sense that, like, I was in Canada, you read for me for Christmas. I went back to Australia, and that motherfucker broke up with me literally within like 12 hours of me touching down in Australia. And then I had to pack up my whole life by myself. His mother didn't help me, he didn't help me. And then I moved back to Canada. So he did betray me. I don't know if he cheated on me, but he did kind of change his mind and betray like what he had promised me. Like he had promised a lot of things, and then he didn't um, meet them.
I got ya. Now I know why your mom was calling
Did he
him.
fucking cheat on me?
It,
Okay, I was gonna say.
no, here's the thing. I understand perfectly well why your mom was calling him a sneak, because what I feel from that is that, um, see, when you said his mom didn't help you, his family didn't help you, they all knew he was going to break up with you months before you knew, months before he spoke anything. See, when somebody's talking bad about you behind your back, if he was talking positively to his family and was totally in love with you and wanting to marry you, they would have been like, what? No. But when they know this is coming and when they've been pushing it, like, you need to do this, you need to do it, he was told to just do it. And I think that's because his family did respect you enough to say, if you're going to be bringing somebody else into this world, I think there is somebody, whether or not he actually cheated before you got there. And in his mind, it's not cheating because he broke up with you right away. Do you see what I mean? So whether or not that act was physically committed before or afterwards, the actions of that are wrapped up in such a way. A man doesn't do that unless there's something else over here. You see what I mean? If Because if he had nobody else at all in that was around him, he wouldn't be so quick to cut it off like that. I mean, he wanted to for how long? That's the energy that I can feel around this. His family knew it was coming. He knew it was coming. What stopped him from doing that a while ago? Because he didn't have anybody else to fall to. As soon as somebody else was in the picture, it makes it a lot easier to just do it. And I do get some kind of energy around that. Like when you talked about his mom, I got a certain energy around that, almost like she was embarrassed because she did know about this. And because I think that she would not approve of her son cheating. So if he had brought another girl around at all, she would have been like, you nip this one in the bud before you do that. I can feel that kind of energy around it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that's why your mom is saying you can't go in two directions at the same time. You got to make peace with the fact. And here's the thing, though. This is what's so important about that situation, because I understand how painful and hurtful that is. That's why it feels like massive betrayal. But see, in that moment, I want you to go back to those moments, those 3 months or so beforehand, sweetie. And I want you to feel the red flags that you wouldn't see at the time, because there was red flags, because he would not have been giving you the love that you deserved at that moment in time. He wouldn't have been able to just end it like that a few months later if he had been. There were signs. Isn't that funny? Even before we started, what did I say? There will be signs. And now this is coming through in your message. There were signs. See, if you can look at that past and go, wow, I'm so grateful that I can see now what I couldn't see then. I can see that when this and this happened, that was a sign he was pulling away. I can see that, this isn't what love felt like. I thought that's what love felt like, but that was not love. I can see that now. So that now that I know what love isn't, I will be able to let go of that and receive what love actually is. And then the next time you're in a relationship, if you start noticing those little signs, you'll be able to see it this time. It will not be blindsided you, or it will not blindside you. Does that make sense? There is love coming around the corner, but the thing is, you can't get to that amazing kind of love if you're settling for less. See what I mean? It's kind of like that lesson that Spirit's teaching me right now, is that you have to value your own self and your own time and know that you're worth more than what you were settling for. And isn't it interesting that these two career and love things are going on at the same time, because the same thing's going on with your career. You have to know how valuable that is and put all your faith and belief into that, into what you are creating now moving forward. You can't be in the past and in the future at the same time. You have to let go of what didn't work and put all your faith into moving forward. Why does she keep giving you a loan? Do you need a business loan?
No, I don't think so.
Are you guys opening this together? Is this I see this chain together, and I see
Yeah.
business loan, and I see the connection between the two of you because you're both in the corners, so they kind of connect it like this with a string. And there's something about just get the loan, just do it.
Yeah, we haven't moved on the business idea for some time, and it probably could be just a kick in the butt to say go get a loan and do it.
Because it doesn't have to be as complicated as you think it is. I mean, who wants to have a loan or a payment? I get that. But at the same time, I'd rather have a payment and make a huge amount of money at the same time and it comes down to this: one day or day one. Let me say it again: one day or day one.
Okay.
Slow that down. It's kind of, I want you to know that these two are so synced. Here's the thing, this feels like a company, and I'm coming over to you, Madison, afterwards, because this feels like a company that is meant to be built because A, we're doing it together. B, you're building it on faith and love in yourself and what is to come. And the moms are helping on the other side as well. But if you were in this relationship, this could never have been born.
No.
But it's interesting when you say we haven't really moved on that. I know it doesn't surprise me because there's still like she said, you can't go in two directions at the same time and you're still grieving. Whether you realize that or not, you're still grieving. And we will grieve until we can extract the lesson from it. Once you get the lesson, it's like a beautiful gift. It's a gift that prevents you from ever getting hurt like that again. Does that make sense? She just gave
Yeah.
you a rose, sweetie. Birthday, anniversary, or a date that happens once a year. Who's got the birthday or the anniversary that just passed?
Uh, well, there's a bunch of them. My brother's birthday just passed, but her anniversary is on Friday, and my birthday's coming up.
Oh, sweetie. Okay, slow down, Mom. Happy birthday to your brother. She's showing me my sign for gratitude. I'm not sure what that means. She's very grateful. What did he do?
I don't know if he did it, but me and his girlfriend planned him a surprise birthday. So I'm sure
Oh,
I got a lot of like warmth from that.
got ya. I'm glad you understand that because when I tell you they're talking to you, not me, I'm just delivering the message. That's exactly. She's showing me when you said brother, she's like grateful, grateful, grateful. So she knows you did
Yeah.
that. She wants you to let him know she's there. She'll be the ghost. She'll scare him. She'll boo make him jump 10 feet in the air. So however that happens, I don't know if somebody's going to drop a glass or if he's going to see a shadow. Something's going to make him jump. That's going to be Mom saying,
Okay.
I'm here. I don't think he
Okay.
believes in this so much. So they usually do that to people that don't really believe in this kind of thing because they're like, oh yeah, I'll make you pee your pants and then tell me I'm not here. Slow that down. And for your birthday, she wants you to celebrate. She's literally playing the song Celebrate Good Times. Come on. Like this is a season for celebration. Um okay, hold on a second. She's like, I know, I know, I know. I got a lot to say. I'm almost done. She gave you a piece of paper. I feel like enough school, enough school, enough school, enough school. I don't know what that means. Were you thinking about going back to school? Usually it's the
I
opposite. They're like,
was
do it, go back to school. She's telling you that's enough. Stop that.
I was thinking about it. Yeah.
You're just procrastinating the inevitable.
Okay.
You know that, right? Because
Hmm.
she's making me feel like you've
Yeah.
got all the skills and abilities that you need right now to do what you know you need to do. It's just that you're scared of what could happen or what will happen or what won't happen. And that's what she was saying about those ones, right? That's why they're telling you to change the way you're thinking about it. And then she said, go
Yeah.
to the lake, dear. Do you have a lake near your house?
I have yes, like a little beaver like dam and stream. Yeah. I don't know if she's talking about that one.
Yeah.
My ashes are there.
Oh, that would make sense why she said go there. That, and she's telling you to go every day because, and it's funny, they just gave a message like this in members as well. They're reminding us to connect to the earth. This has been coming through a lot today. Your mom pushed you out of the house and said, if you would take 5 minutes every single day, just 5 minutes to take your socks and shoes off and walk in the earth with no shoes on for 5 minutes,
Okay.
that's where your ideas come. See, once you're connected, it's like having a Wi-Fi connection. Sometimes we walk through the world and we're in stress. And when we're in stress, it's like being unplugged from Wi-Fi. We have no access to any help. And we're asking for help, but it's like you can't get to the internet. The second that you take your socks and shoes off and you put your feet in the earth, all of a sudden it's like connecting your Wi-Fi, and now the thoughts can come in, the ideas come in, the right place, the right moment, the right time.
Okay.
And that's why even seeing the ladybugs are the bugs as well, because she said she's been bugging you like crazy lately.
Yep. Lots of ladybugs.
She's trying to use the not so scary ones, but she wants you to know that she is definitely bugging you.
Yeah, she knows no spiders because I'll flip.
She just says next time I say snake, though, we know what I'm talking about. She's under certain rules on that side. She's not allowed to say stuff, but oh, she loves you very much. She's very proud of you. She's like, enough stagnation. You can do this. You can do this. His loss, just so you know, he's a fool. But she's very grateful that he let you go because there's a gentleman over there praying for you. Like I can hear their prayers. And I don't know where you guys are going, but they're both the moms. It's funny, I'm transferring from her to your friend now, and they gave you a suitcase and they're both excited for some trip. Where are you guys going?
Well, we talked about going to Spain for Maddie's birthday in October. We just started talking about this. So, Maddie, we better fucking go.
I guess you're going. Because that's what they said as they're pulling their energy back. They're like giving you a suitcase. They gave it to Madison as well. They showed me you're connected and they said, now start talking about it. We're excited. You're going on this trip. They're going with you.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's interesting. Okay, we're definitely switching over to Madison. I hope that was helpful, though.
Very helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Madison, do you have a child?
I do.
Okay. I say that because I'm seeing a pregnancy as well. But
Uh,
uh-oh.
how
See,
soon
now
are you
our
feeling
camera's
this?
frozen.
Because
What?
I was just saying, how, when are you seeing this pregnancy?
I'm not sure. See, just like we were saying before, they're talking to you, not me. All I felt was the vacation thing, and then I saw a pregnant belly, and I saw children, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure Chrissy doesn't have children. No, Madison has children. Maybe we're just talking about the children she already has. And then I still saw the pregnant belly. So I don't
Well,
know if that means
the
that you could
last
be pregnant.
time I talked to you,
Sorry, you go ahead. You're just kind of breaking up on me.
no, the last time you talked to me, you had said around a year after you and your ex break up, you're going to meet someone. They're going to be good for you, and you're going to have a baby together. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not having a baby. But it's almost been a year, and I've been talking to someone. Now I'm scared.
Sorry. So this is what I love about spirit. Okay, got it. So you've got somebody new in your life now?
Yeah, but like it's not like a serious thing.
Yet.
So
But I have goosebumps up and down my entire body. You like this guy?
I'm trying to be
Yes.
careful. I'm not sure.
Here's the thing. Remember how Kirsty's mom just said there will be signs? There's certain things they're not allowed to say, but they use signs and symbols to try to get you to help you to get the point. What did you just say? The last time that we talked, your mom said that after about a year, there would be somebody coming in your world, and that would be the guy that you would have more babies with. Now, when I connect you, we haven't even done the connection exercise yet. All I know, she shows me this trip, and then she shows me a pregnant belly. Why? I got the message. Because here's the thing, if you've met the guy that is the right one for you, if he is the one that you're meant to have babies with, take that trip now because those babies are coming. This is what she's saying. Take the trip. He is the one I was telling you about. He's the one that's going to bring in more babies. You guys got to take this trip now because next year you're going to be fat or pregnant or attached to a little tiny newborn. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so this is a next year thing. This is not a this could be happening soon thing.
This is, if she said, sweetie, when you were going through a breakup, if she said, you know what, don't worry about it. You're going to meet somebody in about a year from now that's going to love you and respect you, and you're going to have babies with him. And then now it's months later and almost a year later, and we're connecting, and she's showing me that the babies are now a possibility and there is babies coming up right after you've met somebody new. Yes, that's her way of saying this is the right guy for you. This is a guy that's good, could lead to that. Does that make sense? Doesn't mean
Yeah.
babies are coming right now. It's her way to say, listen, if this wasn't the right guy for you, I wouldn't be seeing pregnancies. I wouldn't be seeing the stuff she told me a year ago that I absolutely cannot remember. Trust me, I don't sometimes I remember your readings a little bit the last time because it was so memorable, and the fact that I saw your faces in my head in my meditation this morning is I remember
Mhm.
bits and pieces about it, but I don't remember saying that to you a year ago. Trust me, she does. So giving you the sign that there's babies coming up is her way of saying this is a good guy. It's kind of her way of saying, kind of like what she said, Kirsty's mom said to her when she was dating that other guy. She's like, watch for the snakes, baby girl, watch for the snakes. And she's like, what snakes? I don't know what you're talking about. They're like, signs. We know what you're talking. We know what we mean. Your mom's telling you this is the one that could give you the babies.
Okay.
He's so handsome. That's what she just keeps saying. He's so handsome, this one.
Oh, it's not supposed to be like that.
What's with the eyebrows? She's showing me his eyebrows. I don't know if there's such a thing as sexy eyebrows, but that's what I heard.
He does have nice eyebrows.
Your mom just wants you to know that she can see things from that side. And she's telling you, don't be afraid, girl. It's interesting because I can feel the fear in this. Like, I don't want to like him too much because I don't want him to let me down. I don't want to be disappointed. And if you're thinking those thoughts, guess what you're going to get tomorrow?
Disappointment.
Exactly. He feels goofy. He feels funny. It feels very
Yes.
new. It feels very new. I'm seeing 3. Is it 2, 3 months, 2, 3 weeks?
Probably about 2 months.
Just let it be. Just be in the moment with it. And he's really good with your son, isn't he? Has he met him yet? I saw the handshake.
No, no, I haven't. It's not like we're not seeing each other or anything. It's just been like a lot of fun right now.
Ah, be careful how much fun that you give away for free. As some of us are learning the hard way right now, if you give all the cookies away for free, nobody's going to buy them. Not that you want to buy your cookies. Your mom just like in my head, she's like, you better rephrase that, girl. She better not be selling no freaking cookies. Okay, you know what I mean. You get what I'm saying, right?
Yes, yes.
Here's the thing. If you raise your boundaries and you say, you know what? This is, if I keep doing this, if I keep having fun, somebody's going to get hurt. So I'd love to keep doing
Mhm.
this, but it have to be a little bit more serious. I don't have fun with my friends like that. That's what I say I got hurt a long time ago in a friends with benefits relationship. Let me tell you, when you get knocked up and they're like, well, we were just friends with benefits. And that's not a fun situation. Here's what you say. I don't F my friends. I don't have fun with my friends in that way. I don't kiss my friends. I don't make out with my friends. Are we friends or are we more than friends? And if you have that respect for yourself and for him and you put that boundary up there, guess what he's going to do? He's going to meet that boundary because I'm telling you right now, this boy likes you. But if you don't raise
I
that
think
boundary,
that's the problem. I feel like I set the expectation of like I don't want a relationship. Like this is just fun. So that was a me, and I still don't know that I do. I've been hurt so many times in the past that I'm afraid to build any kind of more of a connection with anyone.
yeah. And but see, that's your choice. You get to either choose to be afraid, and that's what your tomorrow is going to look like, and next month, and the year after that, and the year after that. Or you can understand that all of those past pain, all of that past pain happened for a reason. And you learn just kind of like exactly what Kirsty's mom was just saying. Isn't that interesting that everything always kind of flows? There's a similar message for everybody. And it's kind of the same thing. You can't look at the past and be sad about the past and go forward at the same time. This is a perfect example of that. What do you want to do? Do you want to be hurt about the past or do you want to have a life of your dreams? Do you want somebody to love you? Do you want somebody? Here's the thing. If you're thinking that the relationship means that it's going to look like the past, then of course, who wants that? But you got to
Hmm.
say, I want a relationship that is laughter and supportive and stable and somebody who is going to be there for me no matter what. Like, these are the things that you've got to be sure of what you want. And that's your boundary. You lay that out and you say, listen, I'm going to give you my heart and I'm going to give you myself, but not unless you give me this in return. What you're doing right now, sweetie, is going to hurt you far more than what, allowing yourself to fall in love is going to hurt. Let me tell you, like I said, you get pregnant in a friends with benefit relationship, and that's freaking painful. It's so painful. I've been single for 14 years. That's how painful that situation is. So while you're thinking that not getting into a relationship is saving your heart, all you're doing is setting yourself up to be hurt for a lot longer. My grandma said it
Okay.
to me best. She said, sex is like a fire. It's very much like a fire. When it's in a fireplace and it's contained, which think about commitment like that fireplace, when it's contained, it's warm and it's satisfying and it's comforting and it's beautiful. But when it's not contained in that kind of environment, it can be raging, it can be wild, it can tear things down in the blink of an eye. And if you are making your choices and decisions now based on how much you were hurt before, you're just going to get hurt again in the future. But what I love about this is that I don't know any of that you just told me about how afraid you are to get into a relationship. But what I do know is the second that I connect to you, your mom immediately starts showing me those babies in the future. And so do you think that your mom would tell you that this man could give you babies and could love you enough to be the guy she's been telling you about if he was just going to drop the ball on you? She wouldn't.
No, but that's a lot. It's a lot.
It's funny. It comes down to, again, it's your choice. Do you want to hold on to the pain, or do you want to look at faith and look at what could be instead? You can't have both. And you're so young. I'm telling you right now, you don't want to go the way that I've gone. It's a long, painful journey. I mean, you can go that way. You can get hyper independent and focus on your work. And that's what I've done for the last 14 years. But you know what? The thing is, I can't get into a relationship either until I heal that part of it. There is no running away from the healing part of it. So I just stay hyper independent on work. But you don't want that. You're young. You have somebody that could love you. Here's the thing. I look back on those situations and I think back, and it's like, even this friends with benefit situation, that could have developed into something so much more beautiful. I watched that man loving somebody else in a way that he never gave me a chance. I watch that relationship developing in a way that we never had a chance. And you want to know why we never had a chance for that? It's because I didn't have my boundaries up. I didn't state my value and say, no, I'm not going to accept less. She did. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Your mom is coming through with so much reassurance around you and wanting you to know. And see, this is also affecting your work as well, because you can't go forward and build your dreams if you're constantly allowing yourself to be manipulated by fear.
Yeah, I'm working some days like 12 hours. I'm trying to let go of my last business, but I keep getting block, 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 block. And I got a new job, which I'm loving so much. And I know this is going to help me grow again, but it's the letting go of this. It's not happening as I needed to.
Well, what life tends to do is, see, you're looking for an excuse or an opportunity to let it go, and all you have to do is choose to let something go. You have to make the choice. So what life is doing is it's piling so much up on your plate that you're going to drop something. If you don't let something go, you're going to drop the ball on something. That's how life does it. When it's time for something to get out of your life, it will overwhelm you if you refuse to let go of something. But that's because it's helping you. It's positioning you where you need to be at the exact right moment, at the exact right time. You can't miss out on your destiny. Whatever you are here to do or to create, you can't be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Life won't let you. It'll do exactly what you're going through right now. But again, it's because you're not making a choice. You have to make the choice. Healing is a choice. You have to understand that. Healing is a choice where you say, I'm done feeling bad and being pissed off about the past, and I choose to be more excited about my future than I am pissed off about the past. And we lost her. That's okay. This will be recorded and she'll come back up in a second. So she'll see that again. There she is.
Sorry, it cut out when you were talking.
That's okay. Spirit has a way of making a point. That's called spirit emphasis. It's like you have to make a choice. If you make a choice that you're going to go towards your dreams, your mom is going to be right there, but she's going to send you signs, but you've got to believe the signs. She gave you a sign that this boy that you're with right now could be somebody that is worthwhile of having babies with in your life. And you're like, I don't know. I'd rather be heard about my past. I don't know about that. Oh, your mom wouldn't lie to you. She's not going to bring you a sign like that that is going to give you hope just to like make you fall flat on your face. Do you know what I mean?
I've just been, sorry, I was going to say, I've been having a lot of health issues too, like really, really bad stomach issues. I can't eat half the foods I used to be able to eat. Like I'm so sick all the time.
So these are all, bless your heart. So you've got, it's all the same thing going on. It's just that when we refuse to make a choice, it bubbles up in every area of our life. And the second that you make a choice in a new way, all of that will take care of. Now, what you just described is disease, dis-ease. It starts out as dis-ease. When you are living a life that doesn't feel like your dream life, like your ideal life, that is very stressful or is very, you know what I mean? Like if you're not living the way that you want to live, then you will get into a period of dis-ease. What you're doing right now is you're putting your heart on the line with somebody and you're not even sure you want to do that. So that's going to create dis-ease inside you as well. When you make the choice and you're like, this is what I want to do. You know what? Even if he's gone tomorrow, I'm glad that I was here today. When you make that choice, that dis-ease goes away. But if you ignore that invisible energy that's in your stomach, it does not go away. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until it manifests into disease and you throw up. That, and it's like, you got to make some new, you feel like you eat pretty good. Your mom's showing you a lot of healthy stuff, which is confusing. Why you're getting nauseous and why food is making you sick, right?
Yeah.
It's because our food isn't the same food that it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago. It's completely different food.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff is genetically modified and all of
Poison,
that.
yes.
So this is why it is so important to implement regular fasting. I harp about fasting because when your body has 2 gas tanks, it runs off of food for fuel, and then when the food is all gone, it starts burning all of the diseased cells, all the sick cells, all the damaged, and anything that is damaged, diseased, or ill in your body, it burns that for fuel when there is no food. It's designed, our bodies are designed to heal ourselves. So what you're talking about is that your gut is sick. You probably have a parasite or something like that in your gut. Now you can do parasite cleanses, but the fastest way is to just do a 36-hour to 72-hour fast, because that's going to go in and clean everything out of your gut. Then you reintroduce a probiotic, which is a good, healthy gut bacteria, and you rebuild your gut bacteria. When you do a fast, you completely change your gut microbiome, which is what you have to do in order to get rid of those parasites. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's funny, your mom's like, you know a lot of this stuff too. But when was the last time that you did a fast?
I did one a couple months ago, but I had stomach ulcers the past few weeks, and now they put me on pills for that too. My stomach is so bloated. I just feel like shit all the time.
Oh, see, the thing I've learned about medication for ulcers, the thing about ulcers Again, worry, dis-ease. You see what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
ulcers come from stomach acid and acid, right?
Mhm.
Now, here's something that'll blow your mind. I used to have chronic heartburn until I learned this. Doctors give you medication to lower the acid, right?
Mhm.
But that's only going to make it worse. It kept it worse for years. That's not the answer. Do you want to know what the reason why you're getting heartburn is? Because you don't
But
have enough stomach acid. Because when you don't have enough stomach acid, when the food goes down into your stomach, the stomach acid is supposed to dissolve it. But if you don't have enough stomach acid, then it doesn't dissolve it. It floats up here. So the stomach acid is up here. It's not doing its job in dissolving it. Do you see what I'm saying? You don't have enough stomach
okay.
acid.
Yeah.
So there is a supplement, I can't remember the
Mhm.
name of it off the top of my head, but if you research the supplement that replaces stomach acid or adds, like gives you more stomach acid, you'll find the name of it. Take that. And do a fast. I'm telling you
Okay.
right now, the quickest way to get rid of that heartburn and stuff is to do, again, 36-hour to 3-day, I would even say 3-day fast, 72 hours. Give your
Okay.
body a complete chance. After 24 hours, you will not have heartburn anymore. I promise you, that heartburn will be gone. Give it a few days to completely reset itself and then slowly but surely reintroduce the proper foods. You will not have heartburn. And take that enzyme to, or that supplement to give you more stomach acid, and you'll be good. You won't be so bloated. Get off that medication.
Okay. Thank you.
Your mom's like, just don't let your doctor hear this. They don't like me telling you this stuff.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't trust them fully either, so it's all right.
She said like that, it'll be fixed like that. A lot of this is why she's telling you, you got to make the choice, honey. There's a lot of choices that you have to make based on faith. And see, you're running around telling yourself I could fall, this could hurt, that could hurt, I'm scared, I don't wanna, what if it goes bad? That is like this movie playing in your head, and it's invisible energy that accumulates in your gut, and now you're feeling it in your gut. You've got to change what you're thinking here, and you got to make some choices that are based on faith, and that will start going away. It'll make you scared in a good way, not a bad way. It'll make your heart beat. So for no wonder she's saying take out the loan, take out the loan. I get it. Because if you take out a loan, I just got it. Your mom's like, see, I knew it'd make sense. If you took out a loan to create your dream business, now there is no saying, I don't have time for this, is there? I got a loan to
Mhm.
repay. I have no
Yeah.
choice. So yeah, it makes you scared, but in a good way. It motivates you. You'll find discipline. You'll find the time to create your dream. Start making the choices based on faith and love for yourself and your child, and you will get love. But if you make choices and decisions based on fear, it's going to blow up in your face, and you're going to get fear, and you're going to get dis-ease, and you're going to get just all of that energy. It's like coming to a head. So you got to make some choices in faith. And the second that, here's the thing, you make a choice in faith around your work, everything starts getting better. All you have to do is make a change in one aspect of your life, and everything else will start to change as well. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Yes.
And then your mom just wants to talk about the boy. She likes his haircut. There's something about the haircut, and I see a skateboard. Does he skateboard?
My son?
Yeah.
No, but he did just get a haircut recently.
Ask him if he, how old is he? 4?
He's 8.
Okay, even a little bit older. She's giving him a skateboard, honey.
Oh, interesting. I'll have to see.
If he just got a haircut, that's very specific. So she's right about that. She's got to be right about the skateboard. Ask him what's up with the skateboard.
Okay. I will ask him.
And she's pulling her energy back. She just said, I wish you could see what I can see from this side. The best is yet to come.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Aw, you're very welcome. Take the trip to Spain, because I think next year you're going to be a little bit.
No, Tracy.
You say that now. You never know. Blessing in disguise. We'll see how that goes down.
Okay. You're glowing, by the way. I feel like your energy has shifted too.
Aw, Well, thank you for that. It's because I got my butt kicked by spirit too. Doing what is right for us is not always easy. It's sometimes very scary and hard, but when we do, everything changes. And then you get
Sure you
comments
have
like
it.
that. So thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Well, thank you so much. I hope you have a good night. I'm gonna pop off now, but I really appreciate it.
Take care, hon.
Take care. Bye. Yeah, we'll
Bye.
just put it on.
Okay, Nikita. Interesting. I'm excited to see how you're understanding some of this because you didn't know why you were here, but I don't even know who I'm connecting to, but there's a gentleman behind you, and the whole time that I'm talking, I'm seeing them go, hurt you, hurt you, hurt you, hurt you, hurt you. You just got to take your mute off. I can't hear you. Oh.
Oh, I said this whole time, yes. I'm like, okay, okay, yes, I hear. Like, I get it.
Who do you want me to connect to?
I, I'm not really sure why I'm here. So I just, if there was a purpose and there was an intention, specifically, then, kind of like the first one, she's kind of like, whatever. Mine was very similar, family, health, abundance, like,
Yeah.
am
So
I
it's
making
not
the
a
right
specific
choices?
person, this gentleman. It feels like a grandfather that's on the other side.
I
But
mean, I
what
I
I
have a grandfather.
What I see is two people standing there holding hands, which is my symbol that
Hmm.
they were married or together in the physical world. And they have the
Hmm.
soul of somebody underneath of them on that side as well, which is younger than. So I don't know if you have a parent or an aunt or an uncle as well on the other side, but I got these three people stepping forward.
Yes. So I have my dad's parents are both they're both on the other side, as well as like
Yeah.
a step grandfather who, was very much just my grandpa to me. And then there was a young aunt of mine that passed away. But then you've also called my mother-in-law young before too. So she's
See, this is
we're
how they show me who's stepping forward around you is they're related. So the two people holding hands coming through with the soul underneath of them that's related
Mhm.
to them.
Okay.
So
Yep.
these are grandparents and aunt?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Your grandfather's kind of taking control on this one. He
Oh,
feels very protective. It's funny,
all
when I
right.
say that, the other one that you said is a grandfather feels like, the one that you said is a step grandfather, were you
Uh-huh.
closer to him than this other gentleman?
My dad's real father, he lived far, he did not live in town with us. So yes, I was definitely had more time in general, both in, side
Yeah.
by side and like length of time. So
Because I can feel his bond is a lot closer with you, but this guy's stepping forward as well, like delighted for the opportunity to be here.
yeah. All
Um,
right.
they both have shotguns, though. Before we even connect, I know that they're protecting you. The shotgun is my
Mm-hmm.
symbol for protection. So
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of protection and guidance going on.
I've been
Interesting.
asking for a lot.
So here we are.
Mhm.
Okay, let's do this. Both feet flat on the
Okay.
floor. I want you to close your eyes and then take a deep breath, picturing it start at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me. And give me a minute to focus. Aw, okay, they're very cute. Okay, so first of all, the couple that's stepping forward holding hands, they're definitely together on the other side. The grandmother is like, thanks a lot for not acknowledging me. I kind of mentioned she was there. She's showing me the heart around the two of them, which is healing and reconnection. And there's so much healing to be reconnected on that side. Did she live a lot longer than him or the other way around? Because usually when they show me that much relief and peace to be reconnected.
Yeah. Um, yes, she was around a lot longer than he was.
And I can smell cigarette smoke. I'm not sure. Is that from the step grandfather?
Grandma.
Oh, it
Well,
is
I think
grandma.
they all kind of had their stint, but Graham's definitely was.
I can smell it. Like as she's talking to me, I can smell the cigarette smoke, but she's like, ah, it's him. It's him.
Oh, yeah. No, she was almost ready to quit. She was only smoking one or two a day. I'm like, sure, Graham's. Yeah.
Gotcha. So if that's what she would say here, that's what
Uh-huh.
she's saying
Yeah.
on the other side too. No, it's not me. It's got to be him. It's
Mhm,
not me. It's
mhm.
him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So again, everything that we were saying earlier, they're like, yes, here, yes, here. I'm getting
Mhm.
similar messages that you have to make a leap of faith. Make the leap
Yeah.
of faith. You're supposed to do this. And I'm hearing you can't outrun your destiny. You're supposed to take the leap of faith. You're supposed to build it. And I hear, if you build it, they will come. Field of dreams kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But chickens? Do you live on a farm?
No, but I wish I did. Every day I'm just like, where? Like, I just wish I wanted my grandma's homestead so badly. Like, it just ate me up for so long. And I just want back out of the cities. Well, I mean, we don't live in a city, but like, I want my space. I was just telling my neighbors this morning, like, I just want my own freaking chickens and my own shit in my own yard. Like,
See, isn't that
yeah.
interesting? That's what she was
Hmm.
saying, that if you build it, they will come. And then she was giving me chickens. And I'm like, what the frick does that have to do with anything?
Yeah.
Because, slow this down. See, the way you're telling that story, she said, what an opportunity. You got to just tell the story a little bit differently. You got to start talking to your neighbors instead of saying, I wish I had. When you say, I wish I had, can you feel how far away that is?
Hmm. Yeah.
Imagine little kids at Christmas. I wish I could have a Christmas. I wish there was such a thing as Christmas. Wouldn't that be
Yes.
silly? That would sound silly
Right.
to say it that way. It makes more sense when you say, "Oh, I can't wait for Christmas. I'm so excited for Christmas." You
Right.
know what? Not that long from now, Christmas is coming up, and this is what's happening on Christmas, and this is who's coming over, and this is what we're doing. That's how you got to tell the story. When you're
Right.
talking to your neighbors, you have to say, I can't wait to have chickens. It's not going to be long from now until I get to go out my back door and I get to get my own eggs and I get to build my chicken coops. I've already started looking up chicken coops. I've already started figuring out how to build on this land. I don't know when it's happening. I just know this is what's happening.
Hmm. Yes. The narrative. I just need to tell it different.
Because it's sooner than what you think. It feels like it could be tomorrow if you wanted to, but you can't see the opportunity.
Mm-mm.
Are you in a relationship right now as well?
Yes.
I thought so. Because she said he'll be fine with it. He'll be fine with it. It's almost like you're trying to convince him that we got to go to do this.
I'm just trying not to make the decision alone. I hate being a solo decision maker. And, sometimes those decisions have, come back to haunt us a little. So I'm nervous to be like, all right, this is what we're doing. And I'm like, no, you have to be agreeable. Want it too. So it's, but that, like, he will be okay. And that's what he tells me. Like, I'll be fine. Like, just make a decision. It's telling me,
That's
I
what she's
guess.
saying too. That's literally what they've been saying this entire life has been make the
Mm.
choice, make the choice, make the
Yeah.
choice. When you make the choice and you tell them what tools and supports you need, it will line up. It feels like, because she's showing me the 5-lane highway. The 5-lane
Mm.
highway is an analogy that spirit uses when you've been praying for something and you want something, but you're not in a position to receive it. They show me
Mhm.
this. It's like this. Think about life as a highway and think about the acreage or the farm that you want as your destination. Please bring me to a farm. Please, please, please. I don't like driving on this highway. I just would love to have a farm. Can you please bring me to a farm? And the spirit and God is like, sure. And your loved ones are like, sure, we'd love to bring you to that farm. There's an exit for the farm coming up in about, 5 miles. Just get into your far right lane and then you can take the exit. And here's you driving along. Far right lane. No, 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 no. That's too many changes. I can't make those changes. I'm going to stay right here in the left lane. Please give me a farm. Please bring me a farm. And here's the thing. God can't just cut off all 4 lanes and bring the exit to you. He's got to inspire you to change. So what does he do?
Mm.
Boom. There's a big accident right in front of you or something right in front of you. Now you're like, and you veer over here and you're in the right lane and you're like, God, what the heck was that? I asked to be in a farm and instead you put an accident right in front of me. And he's like, yeah, I did. And now you're in the right lane and there's your exit. You're welcome.
Mhm.
Life has a way of putting you in the right place at the right moment at the right time so you can't miss your exit. They're giving you chickens, they're giving you eggs, they're getting all excited about what's coming up in your world. They want you to get excited about it too, because it feels like your exit is so close.
I hope so.
This is why, I mean, how could I? You can't make that up.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Come on.
Right. I know.
And they got the guns. Like I'm telling you, both your grandfathers are right here and they both got the shotgun of protection. And I heard we've waited long enough. It's like your golden opportunity. I feel a little pause of like, this is the perfect time to go looking for this. Are you renting right now?
No, we own our home.
Because there's something about the timing of the market. And I heard like the lease is up or something. But then again, I'm not a homeowner. I've never owned my own home. So they have to speak renter language to me to understand.
I mean, we've looked into selling, just the other day, I was like, is this, just with the markets being the way they've been, I'm like, if we're going to stay here, I want to refinance. I want to build this home into, a place I want to be. But then I call and I'm like, I don't like what you're telling me. And then I'm like, okay, well, if we sell, then what? Then where do we live? Where do we like?
You get your acreage.
But,
you do it.
Yeah.
You take that leap of faith. Watch what happens if they do that. Oh, your grandma and your grandfather over here, they're going talking about how they're getting very excited. Like, can you just feel the energy? Let's just think about that for a minute. We're going to sell the house and we're getting a freaking acreage. I'm getting chickens. Oh my gosh. Think about how exciting that is. You go from uncertainty to extraordinarily excited.
I know.
She wants me to pull a card and show you. So hold on. What does this look like? If she makes the decision to buy the acreage, okay, so it's coming in pieces, just so you know. First of all, this is funny. First things first, you can stay where you are now. Where you are right now, you see this card? It's like holding on to what you have. I call it the white knuckling card. Holding on so tight, right?
Right.
But you're done. You can't get more done than this card. You understand? This is 10 swords in the back. This is deader than dead. Where you are is not the right place for you anymore. You know that in your heart. It needs this. Action. This is the action card. It needs action to take a step in the new direction. It needs you to work on it. So now that Spirit has emphasize the cards, clarify the cards with the language they want me to use. If she focuses on it and takes action, what happens with that? Where does that lead? Help coming in to take you from where you are now to where you want to go. So the second that you take action, this popped out. The second that you take action towards, what's the next card? Yeah, this literally help coming in. The second that you take action, somebody comes in to help that. So what's interesting about this card coming up is that you just said you called somebody and you didn't like what they had to say or whatnot because they weren't the person that was supposed to help you. They're the wrong person. So you weren't supposed to find comfort in their words. That's the wrong direction. Wrong way. It's like, have you ever played Mario Kart? You get going the wrong way on Mario Kart, you get that big red X. That's what that was. But there is somebody that's coming in to take you from choppy waters to smoother waters. Help is coming in. And when I'm like, okay, well, what's the next card? Literally, help is coming in. You see this guy offering you a cup? The next step is, and then you guys come together. You and him come together. So what's interesting is that this man wants to support you. Oh, I just got this loud and clear. I'm rounding it up here. What they're saying is that the man that is in your world right now will support anything that you want to do, anything that has you energized and excited and in love. He will support that, and that will make him happy to support that. So when you tell him this is what I want and you start taking action, he will go full throttle into trying to make that happen. He will be that man that comes in and takes you from the choppy waters to the smoother waters. You make the choice, he'll make it happen. Let me say that again. You make the choice, he'll make it happen. Girl, not all of us are lucky enough to have that.
I know. I'm so freaking blessed.
You are so freaking blessed. Let me tell you, when you build, that's what I'm hearing. You build it This energy, it's two people coming together. You're not doing this just for you. You're doing it for him too,
For sure.
and them.
Oh, yeah.
Is there three?
Yes.
Because as soon as I said and them, I just felt the heart go around the three of them. Your grandparents just put the heart around all three of them. And it's like, how lucky are they to grow up with
So
animals
much.
and acreage and two people that love each other so much. Know that they're watching over you and they just want you to be excited about your future and do not, that's why Spirit will get you the answer any way they have to. You thought you were going to bring somebody else here, and they're like, nah, this is for you because your exit's coming up. There's an opportunity. She just keeps showing me this beautiful sale. Like, it's almost like you guys are going to rebuild a house or something like that. Like, tear an old one down and rebuild on a property or renovate an old property. There's something about getting a very good deal on a property and then rebuilding it.
Could I ask a specific question about that? And is that
Yeah.
allowed?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know, this isn't ever something I've ever thought of because this was what I did with, Grahams's home and, all the things. And I just, had all these thoughts and ideas and imagined, I had it all built out exactly how I wanted it. And then I was just like crushed. Like it just wasn't the time, wasn't the place. And so my current living grandparents are, they're just not doing well. It's it's been a very sad year. And so, the thought crossed my mind once of, what are they going to do with their home? Like, everybody else has their country home. I'm really the only living close grandchild that doesn't. Like, do I ask? Do I not? Is there a different opportunity coming up that I need to be more patient for?
So
I've
they're
stopped
still in their home right now?
Well, my grandfather has been in the nursing home basically for the last year, and my grandma's she stays the night there in a recliner. She goes home during the day just to do some chores, wash some clothes, and then she comes right back in. So
Yeah.
yes, their things are there, but no, they are not there.
Personally, the way I would handle that is I would let it be known to the family that you would love to take that over. And that could be why I see you getting such a good deal if it's like family owned property.
Right.
But I wouldn't directly bring that up with grandma, especially
Yeah.
if she is still staying there at night. That's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I can feel that I'm holding on to this
Oh,
my
yeah.
house. Like you can't have my
Yeah.
house.
Right. No, absolutely. That's 100%. So that's why I'm like, I don't allow that thought to enter because she does hold on so tight.
But there will be other family members that are, in charge of taking care of all of that you can talk to and let that be known. And even if you so here's the thing, if that's supposed to be the house that you are buying, then it will just fall into place that way. Right?
Right.
Because Spirit puts you in the right place at the right moment at the right time. They're never early and they're never late. So they brought you here today. So if you have an opportunity, for example, if you say, yay, I'm getting an acreage. I don't know where, I don't know when. You talk to your family and you say, I would love this. If it's a possibility, let me know. And if not, I'm going to keep looking. Spirit, it's up to you guys. You decide, because this is what I want. You know what the destination looks like. And you let them draw the map. And so you put your request out there to the souls up there and the souls here, but you don't stop your search and you're looking. And whichever one develops first is the one that you're meant to have. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
I think the most important part of this, though, is to recognize, to take it from, and I think we've already done that, because I can feel the energy shift. In the very beginning of this, it just felt like a wish. Now it feels like a goal.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel the difference?
Yeah.
They're so proud of you. Your grandma's pushing the men away. She's like, what, you can't feel me? I'm right here. She's the one that wants to connect the most. She's showing me the pinky finger, which is my symbol that you have more love and nurturing ability in your pinky finger than some people do in their whole body. She loves watching you be a mom. and she's talking about what a great mom that you are. I'm seeing like making stuff from scratch. Like,
Yeah.
you know what she's talking about?
Yeah. I mean, I tried to do, as much as I can, homemade on my own, as when it comes to food and like household items.
She's so proud of you. She's like, trust me, not everybody's doing that nowadays. So many people are eating all that processed shit. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
Oh, she likes her language.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, excuse my language. She's like, not me. She wants you to know she feels better too. She's jumping up and down. She has no pain in the body because she's showing me the body scan. So she had pain before she passed because she's not in any pain anymore. She's like, look, I'm all good. We're helping you, girl. You are doing so good. And all they want is for you to continue to be in that energy of excitement and joy and knowing that you can have whatever you want and knowing that they will send it to you. And as you go along on attaining those goals, you're going to feel their presence every step of the way. There's a birthday around you as well. She just gave you the rose. But it feels like actually, when I said that, I'm like, when? She goes, well, we're going ahead a couple months, but this is my opportunity. And I feel like I'm going July or August. Who's got the birthday in the summer?
July and August, no, nobody.
Interesting.
Her birthday's coming up at the end of May, but
I wonder when their wedding anniversary is. They just
in
put
July.
the heart around. See?
Well, her and her second husband, I'm pretty sure it's in July.
Oh gosh. So the husband that's on the other side is her first husband?
They're both there with her, but
Okay.
the one stepping forward was her first husband, and then the one that I said yes more close with is the second
Oh,
husband.
I just got it now. I just understood. These guys are so funny. I'm like, why is there so much competition energy around these kids? Why isn't grandma talking when they're talking? She says forward and they back up. When they're talking, she backs up. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Now I get it. She's got two husbands. She's celebrating the anniversary in July on the other side with the husband, thanking you guys
Good.
for just the way that everybody came together. This is what she wants to remind you of, the way everybody came together for the family when she passed. She wants to remind you that you have a beautiful family and that they will come together, that they work together. Like, I feel a strong family unit, right? Some people are living in really fractured families. It feels like you've got a family that really, you're not perfect, but you love each other. And the way everybody, she's like reminding you of the way everybody came together for her funeral and for when they passed, that your family's going to do the same thing for your other grandparents as well. That just reminding you to talk to your family because they'll be very understanding with those wishes.
That's great. I love to hear that. All of it.
She gave you band-aids. Who hurt their knee or their leg?
Oh. My dad is really struggling with a knee situation right now.
Okay.
Person. My problem child that she's left me.
Is your dad?
Uh-huh.
It's funny that you call him your problem child because I thought it was a child. Band-Aid stabilizes a wound, and I saw her putting the Band-Aid over somebody's knee, and I'm like, well, what does that mean? Like, whose knee is broken? Like, what does it mean? And then you said my problem child.
My problem child.
She's praying.
Yeah, he needs a lot of that.
She shows me this though. Is he struggling with an addiction of some sort?
Yes. Yeah. We haven't had that discussion, but in his own little sense of the world, yes, he is.
See, she knows.
I know, and I've been asking them, like, help me. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know, you can't force a human to change, and so it's really hard
You
to
also,
watch.
you don't feed negative behavior either.
Mm-hmm.
So what that means, one of the hardest things that I ever had to do was learn how to love from a distance, because sometimes people can be toxic and angry and mean, not because they mean to be,
Right.
but because, or just purely dysfunctional, not because they want to be that way, but because they're so in their addiction or whatever, right? And
Mhm.
the thing is that you can't, there's nothing you can say or do that's going to change the way that they behave. All you can do is keep yourself at a distance so that they cannot affect you. And if you don't, so if every time that you come close to them, they exert that kind of behavior, you back up, then they
Mhm.
start to understand that you won't take that behavior anymore. And that's the hard part, right? Because you can't change
Yeah.
them. So sometimes we have to back up for a lot longer than we want. But that can often be what inspires that person to change because they love you. I can feel your dad loves you. I can feel he loves you
Yeah. Oh
very
yeah.
much.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Absolutely. See, I don't always feel that from people in
Hmm.
these situations, right? He absolutely
Yeah.
does. And so sometimes if we leave that situation and they know the only way to, be around us is for them to change and mind their behavior, they will. But if they can act any old foolish way around us and we're going to be there every time, they're not inspired to change.
Hmm.
Again, she shows me this. You have more nurturing and love in your pinky finger than some people do in their whole body. So remember that when you have to put some space there, remind yourself how proud you should be for that. Because putting that space there for you and your children means that they are not exposed as well, right?
Right.
Does he smoke too?
Oh yeah.
She just took the cigarette out of his mouth. She's like,
Hmm.
judge me for smoking.
Yeah, I know. That's all the time. Mr. Hypocrite. All of it. The house, the cigarettes.
Last thing, as she's pulling her energy back, I'm seeing you running or something. It's funny because I see you have earphones here, but
Uh-huh.
she's talking about earphones, and I can see like exercise or running or something like that. Have you been
Um,
thinking about jogging?
oh no, I don't do that. But I do, I mean, I work out. I just went on a walk today with my little baby and I do like my own home workouts, is
Why is she
what I
giving
do.
you new headphones?
I don't know. I don't want any wireless ones.
Did you just get these?
No, these are my old ones. I will have to think about that. I don't know. Headphones.
I don't know. She's not changing what she was saying. All I know is I'm seeing you out in nature walking. I'm seeing the
Hmm.
headphones. I feel like we need another pair, or you need a new pair, and not the wireless. When you said I won't get the wireless, she's like, of
Uh-huh.
course not. Those are radiation right to your brain. We all know that.
Right. Oh, I don't know. I have to think, because the last time we met, you had said something and I wasn't sure what it was. And then like later that evening, it like all clicked and put back together. So I'm like, okay, it leaves me with a little bit of a challenge, but I like, and then when it clicked, I was like, oh, yes, that's what she meant.
I think I get it. You have like you said your kids went with you.
Hmm.
I feel like she's trying to she's telling you to make that a regular habit and buy them their own set of headphones. Like if you buy it with him, he'll go with you. Was it a boy that went with
Uh-huh.
you?
Yeah.
She's like, is he like 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there?
Oh, well, I have. Oh, interesting. I have my oldest is 11. He's a boy. And then my youngest is 3. He's a boy. But my oldest and we've been clashing a lot lately. And I'm like, I need
Got ya.
something to do. Help me connect.
That's
Let me
it.
find a way.
You and him, take him outside, do your regular walk together every day. Make it a habit between you and him. And it's like it's funny because she's like walking, walking, walking. She's like, just give him his headphones, give him her headphones. And I'm like, what's with the headphones? And she's like, that's how you convince the kids to do anything these days. You give them their music and they'll do whatever the heck you want.
It's true.
This is our new routine. We're going to go for a walk. We're just doing a quick 10-15 minute walk every day. Pretty soon, you're not even going to have those headphones in. You watch, it'll be your moment to connect. But if this is why I tell people I feel like I'm playing spiritual Jeopardy half the time because I don't know the question. I just get the answer.
Uh-huh. That's great.
It's coming quicker than you think. a lot quicker than what you think, because it feels like you've done a lot of the emotional work. Like your home just feels so happy. I'll be honest with you, it just feels so happy. Like it feels comforting. I want to curl up on your couch. Your grandma's making me feel like this, like they're just so proud of the family environment that you have, despite the fact that you've had some challenging parental relationships yourself. Look at what you're offering your kids. The best is yet to come. Keep planning the goals. And I'm telling you, I'm seeing chickens. I'm seeing your kids like riding on horses. And she said that one's still up in the air.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, that might be too far. That might be.
But you know what I mean.
But everything else, yeah.
As soon as I said the horses, she's like, that's still in the air. We're working on that one. But the chickens and the little goats and the fainting goats. Very specific. I said goats. She's like, I saw them fall over.
My husband has always told me that we could get goats as long as they were fainting goats.
They heard. I'm telling you, they're hearing the assignment, or they understood the assignment. They just want you to know to make it a goal instead of a wish. And then the trick is to break the goal down to tiny little baby steps. And as long as you are taking a step towards that goal every day, even if it's just searching, what kind of acreage properties are available? How much could I get for my house? Things like that. As long as you're just taking tiny little steps, boom, before you know it, it's just going to line right up. But keep talking to them because they want to be a part of it. Your grandma especially. She's like so funny over there. As she's pulling her energy back, I see one in each hand. She's like, yeah, it really is heaven. Just saying, it really is heaven. And as they're pulling their energy back, I just hear sooner than you think, sooner than you think, sooner than you think. But there's no more babies, right?
Not on purpose.
Windows, okay. Close the window then, because she just said there's a little window open, just saying.
I work at the hospital. I see lots of tiny newborns. They're all around me. It's like, and then I come home and I'm like, oh no.
So that is why there's a window of so the reason why she's showing me that window means that if you leave that window open, there's a soul that just might jump in. So make the choice, or it will make you.
That's a scary thought too.
3 and 1. Do you have 2 boys and a girl? Okay. If you do, we know what's coming.
Yeah, that is the scariest thought.
It is when they're little, but let me tell you this. I have 3 boys and 1 girl, and I wanted girls so bad. I'm not even going to deny it. My first son knew I wanted a boy so bad. When I found out I was pregnant with my second one, they didn't tell me that it was a boy until I was like 35 weeks pregnant. And then I cried for an hour. I cried on the table. I cried all the way home. I was devastated. And then, we love them when they're born, of course, right? Right. Then I finally got my girl for the 3rd one. And let me tell you how much freaking work they are. They need accessories and hair, and they're whiny, and I love them to pieces. And then they go into teenagers and it gets worse. It just gets worse. And what happens
with some bad karma coming back my way. So I'm very nervous.
But listen, get excited if God gives you lots of boys, because guess what that means? They shovel the sidewalk, they mow the grass, they work on your cars, they lift everything heavy for you. Oh, I'm telling you, boys are hard when they're little, but they are so handy when they're older, and they love their mamas. Let me tell you, nobody's gonna love you up like your adult son.
True. I believe that.
Oh, and so your grandma put the white blanket around your dad's shoulders, and she goes, and I love my boy too. This too shall pass. Aww. She loves you so much. She's pulling her energy back, hon. I hope this was helpful.
This was great. I knew there was a reason to show up. I'm glad I was here today.
So you don't miss your window, because I'm seeing you on this thing sooner than later. Sooner than later. There's an opportunity coming. She doesn't want you to miss it.
I will be on the lookout.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to let her.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Have an awesome rest of your day, hon.
You too.
Okay, and this is where I'm going to stop the recording because everybody else doesn't want theirs recorded. So all of you watching, have an amazing rest of your day. And remember, Messages from Spirit on Zoom. You have to get the tickets on my website, thmedium.ca. Have a great day.